It was a normal Friday night for me. I was the average Joe who hung out with regular guys, played football, and never got my homework even close to completing. I had managed to get enough work done to play football, but sometimes people would ask me why I wasn't doing as good as everyone else. What they didn't know is that I had other things to do, and if they had realized everything that I did every day, they would think someone like me didn't have to do it. One of the things I did was bang all of the girls I got from doing so good in football, until they screamed. Just the thought of pulling their panties down and thrusting my huge male organ inside them made me hard. I remembered going to a party late at night where there was beer and drugs. It was with my friends and some other people during high school. I saw this really hot girl there who looked a lot better than anyone else I ever had. After talking to her for a while, we had fun and it was good. She knew how to do everything, and that made me think if she had guys before. But that was enough and I left. And I'm still looking for someone who is just as sexy, even better, and wanting to do her. I did do things that weren't average though. I loved to wear girl clothes. I liked how feminine they made me feel. How soft and comfortable they were. I started when I was young. I would sneak into my sister's room and steal some of her bras and try them on. Other things that I would take was her skirts, jeans, and makeup. When I put them on, it really did make me feel like a girl. Sometimes I would walk around in my jeans with panties on and my shirt with a bra on. And now, I still did these kinds of things. I was in my room reading a book, which had to do with my homework. No practice today, and so I could get this done. It was really boring as it had to do with all of this science I couldn't understand. It was at least an hour before I could get my work done. I looked at the clock and it read 7:39. That wasn't too bad. I still had enough time for something to do. I walked out of my room and down the dark hallway, looking for something to do. Someone came up the stairs and it was my sister Megan and some girl I didn't know. She was really hot. I couldn't believe someone like her had just walked in. She was wearing a dark yellow top, which was pushed out by her large chest, and a light brown skirt that barely covered her panties. Her long dark brown hair fell to just above her shoulders and her face was so soft. This had made me hard and I forgot all about Megan. "Hello," she cooed. I nearly fell when I heard her voice. It was so high and sexy. "This is Claire." "And this is Jason," greeted Megan. She pointed to me and that made me feel like Claire knew me now. I looked at her clothes and saw how tight they were on her. I had to get her clothes and wear them. "So you're Jason?" she asked. "That's me," I said. "Claire, my friend, will be staying with us now, in my room," said Megan. With Claire and her walking into her new room, I watched as they left, soon shutting the door behind them. I had to get her clothes on, I thought. But how would I get inside? That had me thinking. I sat in hallway, looking to see if they would come out. I looked at the clock again and it was now 10:27. It was getting late and I couldn't wait any longer. Then I heard a door open and saw the two girls walk right past me and down the hallway. "We're going to get something to eat." "We'll be back," said Megan. And as they left, I saw that the door was open. I walked inside and saw all of the feminine things inside. The room was all pink and makeup was lying around, clothes too. I looked for Claire's clothes and found them when I saw a pile of clothes lying on Megan's bed. Just as I was about to get them and put them on, I heard someone walking in. I turned around and it was Claire. How can she be here? I thought. Megan and her were supposed to be leaving. Did she think someone would try to come in and steal something? Did she forget to close the door and when she came back, she saw me? I didn't know what it was, but she didn't seem to be mad. "I knew that you would be here," she said. I looked at her, not believing what she was saying. Did she know my thing about wearing girl clothes? I tried to think of something to say, even if it wasn't true. If I got caught trying to steal her clothes, I know she would be mad at me. Her face then changed into an angry kind of look and it almost scared me. "I came in to close the door," I said. "Liar! You came in to steal my clothes, you liar," she screamed. I was shocked and didn't speak. All I could about was how she found out. When we were about to leave, Megan told me about how you had stolen her clothes and decided to tell me so the same thing wouldn't happen to me. The thought of this made me so mad, I just ran out and forgot to shut the door. I thought you were nice and good-looking and even wanted to talk to you. But now that I found out about this, I know that you're just a boy who likes to wear girl clothes. And if you're dressed like a girl, then you're going to have to become one," she screamed. I tried to forget about what she had just said, but I couldn't as I felt my body start to change. My clothes had suddenly ripped off. They fell to the floor and that left me unclothed. And I had nothing else to wear but the clothes that were lying on the bed. I took a pink bra, put it on, and adjusted the straps. It felt so good that it made me hard. It made me feel like a girl. I took a pair of panties and pulled them up my legs, a skirt too, put a top on, and pumps. I had instantly gotten hard as I felt how comfortable the clothes were. I felt my bra stretch out and start to tighten. I looked down and saw that I had a female chest. They were even bigger than Claire's. I grabbed them and squeezed. It felt so good. My pointers were now bigger and more sensitive to touch. My large chest pushed out into it and it felt so comfortable, it made me feel like a girl. My thing between my legs quickly changed and I could feel a female organ now. My hips pushed out and took on a feminine form. My legs became more that of a girl's and my arms became smaller. I felt the back of my skirt stretch as my ass pushed out. My fingernails grew and my stomach had lost all of its fat. My hair grew out and my face changed into a girl's. As I was changing, I screamed, hearing the high female-pitched voice that was mine. Then it stopped. I looked at myself and I was a girl now. But I was a sexy girl. The kind who could get any guy. I looked at Claire, who had a look of acceptance on her face. "You will now be called Jasmine and only that. You were never a boy, you've always been a girl," she said. And like that, my mind started to change and I suddenly had feeling of wanting to do homework, like a good girl. I was starting to think about boys and how it would feel to be satisfied by one. And I had realized that I had always been a girl, and when she said that I was never a boy, I didn't know what she was talking about. "Megan here?" I asked. "She's getting some food for us," said Claire. Just then, there was someone walking down the hallway and Claire went out of the room while I was getting used to my new body. She then came back in. Megan had came in too, and when she saw me, she also had a look of acceptance. "You're one of us now," she said. It looked like Claire agreed. "Jasmine, let's go fix you up," said Claire. I sat down on the bed while they did my nails and put makeup on me. When they were done, they got off the bed and went for the makeup. I looked at my nails and they were all pink. They brought all of the makeup and put on the where they started to work. When they were done, I looked at myself and saw that I looked really sexy now. We then all sat down together and started to talk, just like any other girls would. This was my new life as a girl.